In our last video, we looked at a simple list. In this one, we're going to take something that's a little bit more interesting. So we have more data in our list, but more importantly, we're going to start to see how we can add lots of color, lots of new capabilities and features to our list. Let's take a quick look at the jig. At the top, we have our standard metadata section, lines 1 to 4. The next section down is the header. Because this is a jig about countries of the world, I opted to use an atlas as my image. I went to unsplash.com and found a nice picture of an atlas which I've included in my custom header. Let's take a look at the data sources section. So our data sources section is still static data. It's embedded within the jig, but we've had a little bit of fun with this. So what we've done is we've created an entry for every place where there is a Jigx employee and just put a little bit of a fun fact and GDP for each country. So you can see now, instead of having just one entry, we have 8 entries for each country where there is Jigx employees, and we've just created some data around that. And then the list itself then takes those values and uses the properties that we have to display a little bit more detail in the jig. We'll take a look at these additional components as we go through the video. Let's see how we've enhanced our list. So the list stays the same as we had it before. It's still driven by the data which you see on line 70. And then from lines 71 through 85, we define each item within the list. So we can see as we go down through there, the title and the subtitle are things that we've seen before. We now introduce a new element at line 76, which is the left element. And in here, we're using an icon layout and putting the country flag in there. Right, let's see what we can do with the right element. So what we want to display in the right element is the value of GDP for each country. So I'm going to go ahead and edit this a little bit from what we had before. So I'm just going to show the GDP. That's it. And what we'll do inside here is that we're going to format it. And in this case, we're going to make it USD. That's probably a common currency that is used for GDP. Let's take a look at the interface that we've been able to generate. Great. So now our solution is all configured. We can go ahead and publish. So we can use our publishing capabilities here to publish the solution. We can see it publishing and we have a successful publish. Let's go and have a look at the solution itself. So as we look at the solution, we click into it, we'll now see our countries. So starting at the top, we can see the custom image that we inserted. This was from unsplash.com. It was the atlas picture that we put in. We can see our data is now reflecting our static data, 8 countries. We can see when we look at the configuration of the list, we have the icon on the left reflecting the flag of the country. And on the right, we have each country's GDP, and that is reflecting formatted currency as per the build. So we have an application that's starting to come to life. In the next section, we're going to continue exploring what else we can do, including bringing in data from databases.